When people are not aware of the evil within them, they invariably project onto others, whom they then believe to be the very embodiment of that evil. My dear friend, we have the Gospel of Mark chapter 3 verses 22 to 30 for our reflection today. He said to them, "How can Satan drive out Satan?" Jesus had engaged with a variety of Pharisees, culminating in some of them beginning to plot his death with the representative of the political establishment. This encounter immediately followed his brush with his family, who feared he was out of his mind. The accusation made now by scribes was the more critical, asserting that Jesus' activity was satanic and that he was possessed by an evil spirit, indeed by the ruler of all evil spirits. This encounter gives a sense of the viciousness and ferocity of the climate in which Jesus exercised his ministry. It is a classic example of character assassination. The critics came from Jerusalem, the heartland of orthodoxy. They were theological and canonical specialists, the scribes. Possibly, they had been alerted to Jesus' ministry by some of the Galilean Pharisees. They were regarded as experts in discernment and exorcism of cases of demonic possession. Jesus called them to him and spoke in parables. Jesus did not intend to spell out a clear message applicable to one single instance, but to invite people into deeper reflection on the mystery of the kingdom. So far, Jesus had confronted evil by the sheer power of his own truth and love. Evil does not take over people completely, but is present in them and made their own to various degrees. The source of so much evil lies in the power of cultures to entrap people in attitudes and structures of untruth and mutual disrespect. It is worth noting that in the narrative to date, Jesus had not attacked persons, but had named and resisted evil within them. When people are not aware of the evil within them, they invariably project onto others, whom they then believe to be the very embodiment of that evil. This was obviously the dynamic at work in the scribes. Through their lack of self-knowledge, they were trapped in their own blindness. They saw other people as possessed. They did not see the same evil in themselves. The scribes had erred on two accounts. They had been blind to the evil present in themselves. They had projected that evil onto Jesus. They had rejected in Jesus his uncompromising speaking of the truth and interacting in love. They had called good evil. Their sin was culpable blindness to the good in others and to the evil in themselves. Since they needed to be aware of their guilt and to accept it before they could open themselves to God's mercy. Those in denial excluded themselves from forgiveness unless they changed. How does such sin take shape in life? Jesus left the question open for disciples to work out the answers for themselves, not so much in theory as in the practical situations of life. Today, we are challenged to examine ourselves and ask the same question that Jesus left for the disciples to reflect. Lord, help us to recognize our own blindness and be open to the truth and the love that you bring to us, so that we may experience healing in our life. May the words of Jesus redeem us. Amen.